Brother Ben X podcast. Hold on. Something ain't plugged up. Check. Welcome to the Brother Ben X podcast. If y'all can hear me over there on YouTube, I want you to put yes in the comment section. If you can hear me over there on YouTube, I want you to put yes in the comment section. Just put yes in there. We're going to start with one of my songs, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling. We're going to get right into this because we're going to touch on YK Osiris, and then we're going to hit right on. We're going to get, I know what y'all really want. Y'all want to dialogue about Ye and get y'all comments and things of that nature. Okay, here we go. We're going to play this song first, then we're going to get to it. All right, y'all let me know where you're from in the comment section. Let me know what state you're from, what city you're from. Put it in the comment section. Hey.
It's a blood, sweat, and tears at this level. I'm gon' flex through the mud, cross the rain. I had to wage in everywhere. Rebel boy, come up out that jump, made them all believe. We get wrong, I ain't fumble nothing, crown inside my wrist. Step inside the ring, it's a sweet, it ain't sweet at all. It ain't hard to see, I ain't speak, cause I ain't sleep at all. This ain't for the weak, this for we, who gon' beat them all. Yeah. Stand up like the cheek, in they chest.
Hey, Sorrel, I see you.
I stand up in they chest like I'm the best and try to beat them all. Righteous competition, how I'm rocking, I concede it all. I'm not ducking,
I see Birmingham in the house.
So I'ma see them all. Keeping people rhyming who don't want, so I will.
Curtin in the house.
Sweat and tears, I've been all ears. This here took me years.
Oh, we got Galveston in the house over here on Instagram.
Overcame my fears. Lessons they done turned into some blessings, but they had me stressing. In another
yeah, this is one of my songs right here, y'all.
And
I have warned you, and I have nothing more to say. You got something to do. Get up off your ass and get it done.
It's a blood, sweat, and tears at this level. I'm gon' flex through the mud, cross the rain. I had to wage in everywhere. Rebel boy, come up out that jump, made them all believe. We get wrong, I ain't fumble nothing, crown inside my wrist. Step inside the ring, it's a sweet, it ain't sweet at all. It ain't hard to see, I ain't speak, cause I ain't sleep at all. This ain't for the weak, this for we, who gon' beat them all. Stand up like the cheek, in they chest, I ain't weak at all. I ain't slowing, I ain't showing signs of weakness or fatigue. This the guy, my heavy metal, please don't make a scene.
Hey, y'all get them likes up, y'all get them likes up.
Camo on my jean, am I lying, being turn around time, I make you steam. They weren't fucking with me, before it dropped that boom, and I ain't lying. I got tight stripes, just like brother went, but I ain't hiding. Just like brother said, them Benjamins come in, they change their mind. I'm way too firm in how I stand, it ain't no question about my side. It go live if I hit buttons, ain't no doubt. I'm a Don, you Donald Duck, so I suggest you hold it.
All right, let's get started. Somebody say I catfished them. Now, didn't nobody catfish you? Don't you see the show say show starting after the song? Yeah, ain't nobody catfished you. We finna get started. You see me? Here I go right here. Yeah, here I go. Yeah, here I go. So listen, we about to get started, man. So first, we're going to tap in. It's been going viral, man. It's been on Shade Room. It's been on all this here about YK Osiris, man. He broke down crying the other day. All right, come on, man. Don't start calling up right now. Don't call yet. No, don't call right now. Let me get off of this. See, now y'all wait. Okay, that's my bad. I did have a number on there on accident, but we ain't to that part yet. Wait to call in. That's when we get to the Kanye part, okay? Now, we talking about YK Osiris, man, real quick. Y'all seen the brother, man. He broke down crying the other day. And I kind of want to, I just want to talk about it, share it. You know, I know many people made jokes about it. They was laughing and things of that nature, but I want to give a different perspective. You know, everybody done already made their jokes about a man crying online and crying. We done already heard that. So this is what I want to show y'all right here. So I think I'm going to start with the actual video. Let's start with what he actually said and when he was crying. We're going to start with that first. We'll start with that first. Here we go.
I don't got no friends. Like I don't have nobody at all. Like, I don't got nobody. I don't know because of me, because I don't know. But I'm losing everything. Like everything. Friends, family, everything. There's no excuse behind that either, you know. I blame myself. I blame me. like certain part of my is saying like I just wanna crash, like just crash out. Like just literally like just crash out. But then
All right, let me get some context real quick. I want to get some context real quick. What I do on my podcast, man, I like to hit topics that can touch us as well in self-improvement. So as y'all listening to him, y'all may say, man, why he acting like that because two men ain't talking to him? Okay, fine. Maybe you wouldn't be like that over some brothers, disassociating themselves and not talking to you. But there probably is something in your life that you thought in your head, man, I'm through with this. Man, I want to crash out. Man, I'm just so as I give my response and follow up with the teachings on this, I want you guys to think about whatever your thing is. Your thing may not be losing two people or whatever, but your thing may be something else that does cause you to get emotional. Okay, so let's continue.
And I'm thinking like, is it worth it? Like, should I do that? Like, cause why should I be here if nobody like it doesn't matter. Like, why should I be here on this earth if I'm losing everything already? Like, why should I be here? It doesn't even matter. Like, I can't see my children. Like, I ain't see my other child in like 7-8 months. What should I be on this earth for? Shit. I'm not dropping music, like me just crashing out right now is gonna be like, I think that make a lot of people happy. I think that will make people happy. Like, you know how you like to see things like, oh, people are gonna be like, I think if I crash out and it's like wreck, I think that'd be like, I think that'd make people more satisfied and happy, because at this point it's like nobody gives a anyway. It's like, who gives Osiris? Who cares about Osiris? Who cares? Who the cares, my nigga? Nobody cares. So it's like, what the like, what the on this earth for, man? If I crash out right now, right? How would people feel? Alright. Outside, man. I don't got nobody, my nigga. I don't got no friends. I don't got nobody. Man, I don't cry, man. I'm a G, man. I don't cry about shit. I lift my head up, but at this point, it's like, this shit, my nigga. Like, man, I don't drop music, my nigga. I got so much talent. People don't me, man. Like, my energy too fucking powerful, my nigga. Like, it's like, at this point, why the am I living for, my nigga? Like, if I crash out, I just want to just die. Like, crash out, shit like this. Like, get off my gift. Like, Osiris. Like, it's so funny because I don't cry, man. I don't do that shit, my nigga. Like, I don't cry.
All right. Now he goes on later on to say that, I think somebody said in the comment section, you got Drake. He said Drake not talking to him no more. Lil Baby not talking to him no more. People are basically not messing with him. Now, here's the part that hopefully he see the video that I want to really remind him of. He talks about people in the industry. He losing family. He doing this. He losing this. He can't drop music. I don't know. I was waiting on him to say why he can't drop music. I don't know if it's because of his label. I don't know what it is. But he was a little different to me when he first came in. You know, I know him from I Will Give You the World, Baby Girl. You just, so y'all know that, everybody know that song. But there was something he made, a video he made years ago that caught my attention. I said, oh man, he a young brother that's willing to speak truth to it. But look at this. This is in 2019. This is the one of the first videos I seen of him. This is back in 2019. Check this out.
You think rapping and singing is a blessing and you're not using God in vain, in his name in vain? That's not a blessing from God. Stop saying it's a blessing from God. It's not a blessing. It's a blessing from the devil. If you're not using his name, it's a blessing from the devil. So stop saying that it's a God blessing. Because y'all always talking about these rappers, always talking about and giving y'all all these stupid ass talks. Oh, this God blessing, what God wants you to do. No, this is not what God wants you to do. You go through all this shit. The devil give you all this money. Go through all this shit to destroy yourself. You destroy yourself. This is not God blessing, my nigga. God don't want you to do God don't want you to talk about no sex, money, cars, clothes, and hoes. What makes you think this a blessing? What makes you think that? You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they dealing with emo spirits. They dealing with killing themselves. They dealing with, man, come on, man. Like, dude, like, y'all don't understand, my nigga. Stop saying that it's a God blessing. This is not from God. This is not from God. And I'll be honest with you, bro. I want to get out this music industry because this is not for me. But I do it because I feed my family. But I don't want to be in this. This is not what God want me to do. God don't want me to do this. But I do it to feed my family. And I want to get out this. I want to get out the music industry because yes, you go through pain. You go through this because this is what the devil wants you to go through to destroy yourself. The devil wants you to go through this to destroy yourself. But y'all wouldn't understand because y'all not really, you know, some of y'all, you know, I understand that y'all not really hooked on to it, but this is not what the God wants you to do. I'd rather sing about God than sing against him. Because understand that you're singing against him. You're rapping against him. You're not singing for him. Understand this. Y'all be talking about this for God. Oh, God, thank you for this money. That's not God money. God ain't bless you that. The devil could bless you too, just like God could bless you. The devil could bless you too, just like God could bless you. Do y'all understand that? I want y'all to really understand this. Like, I want y'all to understand this because it's coming from me. I love y'all and y'all my supporters, so I gotta keep it real with y'all. This is not what God wants y'all to do. God don't want y'all to talk about sex, money, cars, clothes, and hoes. That's the devil. Y'all talking about what the devil wants y'all to talk about. He wants y'all to tell it to 100,000 people so they can do the same thing. Crazy ass people. I want y'all to understand this. I love y'all so much, so it's like me telling y'all this, y'all don't understand, but I'm young. I'm very intelligent, so, you know, like this is not what God wants y'all to do. Like, if you gonna say it's a God blessings, talk about him. Tell other people about God. Tell other people about him. And then y'all can say it's a God blessing, but going through stress and going through all this is what the devil wants you to do so you can destroy yourself. This is what he wants you to do. He wants you to destroy yourself. And guess what? I want to get in the music game. I don't want to be in this music game. I promise God I don't want to be in this, but I do it because I want to feed my family, and I'm going to get out of it. But I'm going to let y'all know because before y'all try to get in it. Hey.
All right. So, y'all heard that. Now, that's from 2019, okay? Now, I want y'all to listen closely. He says, I want to get out of this. I'm in it because I want to provide for my family. This is why I go so hard when it comes to economics too, man. It's one thing to know the word. It's one thing to be spiritual. Be spiritual. But bro, we live in America with real bills, real insurance bills, real groceries, real car insurance, all this, and they want to provide for their family just like you want to provide for your family. So we have to show them, instead of condemning them all the time, show them another way. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you never had to condemn a dirty glass. Just put a clean one next to it. So if they just knew other ways to monetize their brand, if they knew other ways to monetize their business, then they could serve. You know why? Because by nature, the minister says, we righteous by nature, wicked only by circumstance. So inside, that self-accusing spirit is whipping us when we do wrong. All of us do wrong. When they making them songs, like he was saying, when they put it out, he knows we got to put out certain music because certain music is going to get the views so I can get the money to feed my family. But he's battling with that inside God self-accusing spirit saying, come on, man, you know that ain't the way. We all deal with it. So I just thought that, man, it's crazy how he's in this position talking about where he's at today, when he just spoke on this, man, in 2019 about how the industry destroys you, how the industry gets you to do a certain thing, you know, and it's kind of hard, man, because, and I can understand, you know, when he's big, like he's big, everybody probably know about that song that blew up or know him. So when he comes out and he's showing emotion, yeah, it can be funny, but at the same time, it's like, dang, he's at this level and he don't really know who with him, who for him, who against him. So, yeah, it's deep. But I want to share this video too right here. So check out this video. This is a video right here from 2020. This is him in 2000. And again, I know y'all want to get to the Kanye situation. I know we want to get to the controversy. But we got a brother here who's crying out for help. So, damn, I seen one brother say, can we get to the Kanye, please? You got a brother who's in his 20s crying on Instagram for help. And y'all want to rush to come on the damn phone to have some drama. Let's deal with this first, if you will. Let's see if we can get, because there's somebody listening to this probably in the same position he in, but they ain't got no platform to cry out. So I want to be able to offer something from the minister that maybe can console the soul, that maybe can help somebody watching as well, if y'all don't mind. Now listen, if y'all don't want to see this, get off and come back in about 20, 30 minutes and we'll be on the Kanye situation. Okay? So let's get to this.
In his social media, I'm gonna give y'all a little background with me, man. Like, my life is not perfect, man. Don't think because I'm on Instagram showing this, showing that, I don't got a perfect life either. And I want you to understand that just because all these rappers show all this money and show all this fame, don't think their life is good. It's not. These people are always faking and let you know that this is not what y'all want. Do something that's low key. Do something that can help you out, other than being a target or a flashy. Because God can take this away from you real quick. And it's not a blessing from God. And I tell people that 24/7, this is the devil's game. It is not. This is not no God's game. This right here is for you to look up to me. This right here for you to look up to me. This right here is for you to look up to me. If I don't wear this, you don't look up to me. If rappers don't do what they do, you won't look up to them. If these people not who they are, you won't look up to them. You won't want to be like them. That's why the game would never end, because there's always somebody that want to be like somebody else. These rappers, life is not good. What y'all think it is? All this money they got, guess what it is? Guess what? It's a game. Don't think these people life is good, man. Don't think it. Don't think it, man. I go through so much stuff, man. It don't gotta be financially. It don't gotta be mentally. You feel me? But sometimes, bro, you gotta understand that people go through stuff just like y'all go through stuff. Understand that. Real shit. I'm not perfect. I don't give a... This right here, I don't care about this thing. I don't care about it. They don't make me. I make it. I don't make that.
All right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. Here's the number right here. Here's the number right here. Call in. Call in and share your thoughts on the YK Osiris situation. I seen what's the guy's name who played in the NBA and was going at it with people? Man, what's the brother name? The tall brother that played with the Lakers that everybody was talking about. Peace, what's your name? What's your name? Where you calling from? Can you hear me?
What's the guy's name?
You can't listen from YouTube.
Tall, bro.
All right, so when y'all call in, y'all can't listen from YouTube. You have to listen from. You gotta listen from the phone. Peace, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Justin calling from DC.
Can you turn us down in the background on YouTube?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we talking about the Kanye West thing right now, right?
No, right now this one is about the YK Osiris video.
Okay, YK, yeah, I feel like this what I think. I think when he first got into the industry, that's when he made that video about how it's all about.
Can you hear me?
Again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just a little late.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead. You probably listen to me on the YouTube. Just listen to me directly from the phone.
All right, bet. So yeah, I feel like that first video that he made a long time ago, I remember that video. I feel like he was just getting into the industry, so he ain't really know about like the evil side of it. And then he started seeing the side, and then now I feel like it's either two things. I feel like either he done got into the industry, and now he's experiencing the evil side, and he can't really control it, or I feel like he's trolling. One of the two, because they take that trolling, that's like a high for them now. So
You think he? Now I seen somebody said that y'all think the crime was fake.
that's what I'm saying though, because it can be, but at the same time, the evil side. See, YK, whatever his name is, he's spiritual. You can tell he come from a spiritual background. So some people might not know about spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? So he might be going through a spiritual warfare, but at the same time, he might be trolling. You never really know unless you like there with him, or he like talk to you about it. But I feel like it's one of those two things.
Yes, sir. Well, man, I appreciate you calling in.
And then hold on, before you go, let me say this real fast about Kanye.
Hold on, hold on. You got to call back in. We ain't got to Kanye yet.
I'm gonna have to call back. I ain't gonna get you.
Yeah, you gonna get in.
All
You
right.
might get in.
All right, bet.
All right. Somebody said, just be honest, bro. Is there any opinion you have? Well, call in and ask me for my opinion. Call in and let's see if I got. Let's get the opinion in. Peace. What's going on? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, my name is Tyjon. I'm calling from Illinois.
All right. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on KY Osiris.
Right.
I honestly feel like whenever you're crying on camera, a camera you set up for yourself, it's got to be a little bit disingenuous.
Think so?
If you're having a real breakdown, you know what I mean? Why would you set up the camera? Why would you do things of that nature? Right? I'll start there.
Well,
now if you start off talking, what was that?
Was that a question, or you just like that was like a rhetorical thing?
Oh, it's just me. That's me making a statement. That wasn't a question.
Okay.
I would just also like to add, if you start off talking normal and then tears just burst out, you know what I mean? You can kind of tell. And when any person that's famous at this level that he was operating at, I feel like he's more so sad he's not getting all the things that he thought was going to come with it. Like, if you was doing this and you were successful, I would believe it more. But since he's kind of falling out of favor of the industry, okay, now you're crying. Does that make sense?
Well, can we really say that if because the Worth It song, that song blew up. So can we really say that if he still spoke out about the industry, even in that time in 2020, when he was real big with that song? He spoke out then.
But what my response to that, because he spoke out then, is the type of person who's in the music industry, I feel like is never fully satisfied, most of them, right? So to me and you, or to a regular, well, I'll say a regular person, you got a little bit of fame.
Yeah, I'm
To a
regular.
regular person, that might seem like, oh my God, he blew. But to him, who's met Drake, right, that ain't nothing. You get what I'm saying? It's like the disease of more, right?
Maybe he feels lonely. Maybe he feels alone because the people that made him feel included is not talking to him no more. You don't think that could be real?
I don't think that could be real because you met them in a certain context, right? So it's a contextual thing. Drake wasn't calling you when you was a nobody. Now, if he knew you when you was a nobody, you got on, y'all was cool, and then y'all fell out, now that's hurtful. If I meet you because the glitz and the glamour is here, when the glitz and glamour fade a little bit, I can also expect you to leave because the context has changed.
Okay. So you think it was disingenuous?
I would say that I know it was. That's just my opinion. I don't know him, right? So I guess I'm being judgmental. But anytime you set up a camera, because he knows he's got the following, right? Like you knew people were gonna see that. You know what I mean? You knew you're gonna tug on our heartstrings. You might have got a couple more streams off that. You know what I mean? A couple more eyes on you off that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, yes, sir, man. I appreciate you for your thought.
I'm gonna call back on the Kanye thing. You got me plugged in today. I'm gonna talk to you later, hopefully.
All right. Yeah, we finna get right into it.
All right, man.
All right, peace. All right. So some people are saying that the audio is let me turn it off and turn it back on. Give me 1 second. Saying the audio bad. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix see if I can fix this audio. All right, so yeah, I don't think he trolling though, y'all. I think it's real. And I think because we see celebrities crying sometimes, we think, oh, they just celebrities. And we forget that they real people and got feelings. All right, let me see. That's better. All right. So stop calling for now, okay? Give me a second. Let me get my stuff back up. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna transition. Ah, no, I should have done that. I shouldn't. Yeah. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me pull it back up. I need to learn how to turn this ring. How you put your computer on silent to work? People can't call in like that. All right, just give me 1 second. So this is what I want to share, okay? For for anybody out there who's going through a similar trial. Yeah, let me okay. All right, so somebody help me out. How I turn my sound off? Cause this wasn't a good idea. I knew this wasn't. I knew y'all wasn't gonna listen when I said hold on. So let me see. How do I turn this off? Mute. Man, how you turn these sound effects off, man? Cause y'all gonna keep calling. God, dog, man. Man, how you turn it off, man? Turn the sound off. God dang. Just give me a second, man. Hold on. How you turn the sound off on this here computer? Man, how you turn that sound off? Oh, notifications. Yeah, that's probably it. Notifications. Okay. God, dog. Cause y'all don't. I said we're gonna get right back to it, y'all. All right, hold on. I'm going to notifications. Yeah, I don't see it in there. Dang, it ain't in notifications. All right, so listen. Now this is what we're going to get into real quick. If anybody in here is going through it, I'm about to end the show. I'm trying to get y'all to call. I'm trying to get to the point where y'all can call in, but y'all not listening. What's up with that? How you go to system then volume? Okay, go to volume control. Well, y'all say, boy, I'm gonna get in this thing, ain't y'all? Y'all just need to turn off the what's the name. All right, so listen, if you're going through a trial, man, I want to share this from the minister and really for YK Osiris as well, mainly. We all gonna go through our little trials, man, and tribulations. So this here is from the minister. If you're going through a trial as well, and while I'm playing this, I'm gonna try to figure out how to turn that dial off.
You know, when you have a kernel of something and you put it in a sifter and you shake it back and forth, flour or whatnot, the thing that comes through the sifter is the thing you want to use. The thing that stays in the sifter is the thing you want to discard. Jesus said to Peter, the devil desires you that he may sift you as wheat. What do you mean, Jesus? Satan wants to try you to see what you're made of. And as a man sifts another man, there are things that come through that you want to maintain. But in the sifter, you begin to see things that you wish to remove. Every teacher tries his or her students. You call it a test. What do you give your students a test for? You want to find out whether they've made their studies, whether they understand the principles involved, whether they can pass the test. God is like that too. Nobody comes to God without being tried. Nobody. Even the most beloved of God have to be tried by God in order for God to sift them and then exalt them after he purifies them. When God has chosen you, he's not sifting you to destroy you. I want you to hear me again. When God has chosen you, he will not try you to destroy you, but he will try you to manifest what is in you that he can't use. Then in the manifestation of our defects, then God has to separate that defect from us that we may come to him in a manner that he can use us. My subject today deals with the principle of hard trials being necessary to establish the truth.
So, if we're going through a trial, it's necessary to establish truth. And this other video I want to share was oftentimes. Wait, what? Oftentimes, the purpose is to bring us closer. Sometimes everything is taken away from us so that we can get closer to him. So everything that we tried isn't working. Everything that we thought would be it isn't working. So check this video out right here.
So when the trials of life disturb you, when they shake that comfortable position that makes life easier for you, it's only because God is beckoning you to come closer. Come closer. There is no rest in your companionship with each other, because I have made you The Creator talking. I have made you imperfect because the very root of the universe out of which you were made is not perfect. It is groaning as it moves toward perfection. So since you are made imperfect, I can only compensate for your imperfection by giving you a law that demands your constant attention, your constant obedience. I must help you to fall in love with my law, because my law, as David says, is a lamp unto my feet, but sometimes I'll allow you to walk in darkness so that you can hunger for the light. And I'll bring the law to you, my servant, and if you will love the law and meditate on the law night and day and understand that I didn't give you law to burden you, but I gave you law to compensate for the imperfection of your nature, so that you might through the law relate perfectly to me, and through the law you might relate perfectly to one another.
All right. Somebody, this is what I wanted right here. Somebody said, thanks, I need this more than talking about and YK. Good. I hope that something that the minister said or something that was shared touches you as well. I got one more video and then we're going to get to yay. Okay. I know that's why y'all here. We got one more video and then we're going to get to yay. And this one is just about being closer to the God and having a personal relationship. Everybody can leave you, but as long as you got that one, man, that relationship should you at peace. You should be good. Okay. So this last video right here, man, then we're going to get into it.
God is closer. So you develop your connection to him and call on him. He listens, he hears, he responds. May Allah bless you. Just remember what I said. You don't need no preacher. You need to develop your own closeness to the God who gave you life. That's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a good message for all of us. So now y'all can call in, okay? Now, and I think I got my what's the name together. I think I got my phone, and it ain't gonna be doing all that ringing. So now you guys can call in, man, and let's talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let's touch on the Kanye situation. If you want to touch on the YK situation, let's talk about it. What's y'all thoughts? Are y'all with Ye or y'all against them? Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X podcast. What's your name and where you calling from? You got to turn us down in the background, though. You got to turn us down in the background.
Yo, hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I even got through. What's up, Brother Ben?
What's going on, man? What's your thoughts?
This is Anthony, man, calling in first and foremost, man. I've been working in music as an independent artist for over 19 years, man, and I just wanted to say for the YK Osiris video clips that you have showed me, something that I've been studying over time with a lot of rappers, a lot of younger rappers, is that they have taken the aim for attention, fame, and things of that nature. But what I'm realizing, and what I think that YK is going through, man, is that, a lot of artists aren't putting in their 10,000 hours. So no matter what you really do, essentially, you want to build a foundation with whatever you're doing. And I think a lot of people have seen like rap or seen music, getting the deal in music as a lottery ticket, and have taken that route, because that's what they've been presented to. Hey, this is the lottery right here. You know what I'm saying? This is where you need to go, and that's where they're thinking that they need to go. But what I think we're witnessing play out in situations like this, and even previous situations from when rap started, just through the years, I think we're witnessing people just as humans be able to say, damn, I made a wrong decision here. Damn, I really made a wrong decision right here. And I'm sorry, let me turn this down real quick. But
I think that's what we are just naturally witnessing is that, oh damn, you know, I was in it for this, now I lost my friends, my fam. I don't know how to hold those conversations. I don't know how to bridge those gaps because I didn't really put the time in to study what I'm even doing. I was just doing shit. I was just chasing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that we are witnessing. I do think that the tears are real. And I do think that, you know, some people may say, why would he get on social media crying and stuff like that? Because that's what today's technology has led to. We are witnessing people have more of a connection, an introverted connection or whatever the case may be, to social media and a pull to social media to feel like these are where my friends are at and this is where people can hear me at and stuff like that. So people might say, damn, it was fake. He was crying. Nah, it was real. He just don't know who else to cry to. You know?
That's deep.
All right, that's my piece. I just wanted to share a little, just to tap on it with the YK video.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
All right. Anybody else want to call in about that situation, or you want to give your perspective on the Ye situation? Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's me, Justin. I'm calling back. We on the Kanye topic now.
We on it, man. What's your thoughts?
I feel like I think Ye, he got his own. I think he got his own agenda going right now. I honestly think. I think he about to have his own network, like his own Instagram. You know, his own space where can't nobody control nothing he doing.
Well, they say he just bought a platform. They say he just bought one.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I think he about to do. So he had to get everybody attention with all the different antics and White Lives Matter and this and that. So once he buy it and once he launch it, everybody gonna naturally go to it because they want to see what Ye got to say.
So what you think his agenda is? When you say you think he got an agenda, what do you think that agenda is?
To honestly, where it's gonna be like a freedom of speech on his side, where it's like can't nobody, you know how they pretty much cancel him, black him, and they do that a lot with our leaders. So on his agenda, I think that's what it's gonna be like. The world about to be different. Social media about to be different when he finished.
And did you get a chance to see the interview?
I seen it.
What do you think about the interview?
I think he had a lot of good points, and he said a lot of stuff that need to be said, but won't nobody say it but him. He the only one who got enough balls to say it. So I feel like he had some points, and then at the same time, I can't even really say about the bad stuff that he said. I can't even really say nothing negative about it because I feel like he said that to get people attention so everybody can get ready to switch over. And then once they switch over, once everybody see how free it's gonna be on his platforms or whatever it is that he gonna do, everybody gonna go over there. And then Instagram and Facebook and all of that, that's gonna be the laughing stock. So he gonna get the last laugh from everybody who did him wrong. Think about it. The dude that own Facebook and Apple and all of these different name brands, they all be, you know, shitting on Ye. You know, and saying all of this extra stuff, putting all of this stuff out in the media. So now I think he done found a way to take over. Okay. And he had to get everybody attention with all the antics. That's the only way he was gonna get our attention. You know, if he did something like White Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Ye love black people.
Okay. Yes, sir, man. Well, I appreciate you for calling in and sharing.
What you think? What you think about the Ye? What you think?
About what exactly?
About the interview.
I didn't get a chance to watch the full entire 3 hours. But what I heard so far, man, it's interesting because he's exposing a lot of things that, you know, we don't have access to. So for me, I'm listening not necessarily for him to be all the way 100% right about everything. I'm listening to what he's saying about what happens in the media. I'm listening to what he says is pushed by the Kardashians and the phone calls that certain people have gotten, certain campaigns that's been pushed about the vaccine. So I'm listening to how people work in high places because he's up in high places, but also willing to expose certain things as well. So those are the things that I was listening for. And of course, the way that he was willing to speak truth to power about the Jewish community. I think people took his tweet out of context. So I think it's pretty good so far, man. I just got to watch the full 3 hours to get a full comprehensive answer to that. But so far, man, I enjoy listening to the way that he thinks because I know it's different than the average human being because he's been in rooms that we haven't been in and he has a certain amount of money that we don't have. So just listen to how he thinks and see how I can apply and what I can use and see for when I progress in life and maybe get to a status like so.
Okay, that's it. So say for instance, he do what I said. Would you take your platform over to Ye's platform, or would you stay over here?
I'll stay over here.
You'll stay over here?
Yep.
All right.
And
yep,
and the reason why is not that I don't support him, is because my mission is to get life to the dead. So I'm still going to stay on Instagram because majority of my people is going to be on Instagram. Majority of my people is going to be on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't want content to be over there. If somebody was to take all my content and put it on there, good. But my people, a lot of them who are upset at Kanye probably not going to go over there because they upset at Kanye. Well, they're going to somebody going to have a reason not to be over there. So a majority of my people who I'm striving to reach is on TikTok, I'm going to be on TikTok. I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be on Instagram, Facebook, things of that nature. Because, you know, people over there may be conscious. People, you know what I mean? So people have asked me this before about, you know, like people, when people was like Donald Trump created his own platform and he got off Instagram. Well, my mission is different than his, so that's why I would stay. Not that I wouldn't go over there too, but I'll still stay over here too.
Yeah, I got you. That's what's up. All right, my brother. Thank you for having me, bro. And I'm watching you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, y'all lit for real. I look up to a lot of y'all, bro. Y'all probably younger than me.
Appreciate it, brother.
Already.
All right, peace. Somebody said Farrakhan is going over there. Yeah, wherever his videos is posted, he at. Yeah, I wouldn't say don't go over there, but I ain't gonna leave either. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from? Welcome to the Brother Ben X podcast.
Peace, brother. How you doing? My name is Universal. I'm calling from Nebraska.
Yes, sir. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts first. I can really relate to the young brother YK. I'm not really too familiar with his music, but I know that feeling of trying to get out of something, trying to get back to something that's more righteous or more aligned with your spirit. And it's like a hard battle. So it's like I can understand why he kind of just reach out to anybody. I found myself, you know, talking to the neighborhood drunk before, just trying to find somebody to listen to me. So I hope that brother get himself together. As far as the Ye situation, only thing I think the main thing he messed up, where a lot of us mess up, is that he keeps saying Jewish this, Jewish that, when he needs to call these people out by name. And the people who know, I know that those are Jewish people. Well, as soon as you say Jewish community, Jewish this, Jewish media, you put yourself in a place to where they can say, hey, you anti-Semitic, get him out of here. But if you say Andy whoever, then Andy gonna have to answer to that.
Well, Ye, I think does both. You know, Ye'll put your picture up there on Instagram.
Indeed. So yeah, that you know, that's my only thing, you know, and I think that as a whole community, you know, like that's what we got to do, you know, like you can't just say the crooked pastor, you got to say crooked pastor so and so. Other than that, I'm in line with him. I think he said a lot of good things, and you know, yeah, he's gonna always be all over the place, but you just got to take the Jews where they at.
Okay. Yes, sir. Well, man, I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. I'm always gonna be tuned in.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Hey, family. Somebody said how the brothers keep getting. I don't know, sister. I just click on the first one. I just click on whoever calling at the time. Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on this phase? What's good, man? I'm Phase One calling from Atlanta.
What's happening? There he is in the house.
Salaam alaikum, brother. What's going on?
Wa alaikum salam. I know you've been doing your series of videos, man. Get your thoughts on this.
We talking about Ye all together?
Yeah. We talking about Ye or I don't know if you tuned into the YK Osiris, but those are the two topics.
Righteous. All right, so I'll keep it brief as I can, family. I say both of those go hand in hand. You know, you and I, we have some type of understanding of spirituality. I'm real spiritual when it comes to what people call it spiritual. And it's a lot of that light and dark going on right now, black versus white, as far as the darkness versus the light going on right now. What I think is interesting, though, when it comes to the Kanye situation is if people just took 2 seconds, Brother Ben, if people just took 2 seconds, instead of responding emotionally to something that's being said, if they took 2 seconds to figure out what it is that was being spoken of, look deeper into that, then they would be informed and they wouldn't have to just react to something. They could better respond. And what I found is that if people don't do that, if there are people who move in the shadows who want to destroy somebody, destroy their image, destroy whatever it is that they're associated with, we make it easier for them if, like Ye said, in war, they'll send your own people at you. If we respond in such a way or react in such a way, rather, that we attack the person versus looking into what they actually said, then we'll make it easier if there are people who set it out to destroy it for whatever reason that it is. So we got people like, they took down the Ye interview. We saw that. I watched the whole interview myself. They took it down. He had his reasons as to why they did that and all of that. But what I noticed that it was something else that just came out where they was tying Ice Cube into it, and they were saying, Ice Cube was saying, I don't have nothing to do with that. And the way that they presented it was that they were saying that Ice Cube set him up to be anti-Semitic and say anti-Semitic things, and he was finishing the groundwork. That's how they literally quoted it. And what I'm looking at is that he didn't say anything anti-Semitic in a tweet. He didn't say anything anti-Semitic when they said that he had the anti-Semitic rhetoric. All he was doing was pointing out things that people either know about or don't know about when it comes to the fact that it's not just a specific quote-unquote race of people that can even be deemed that in today's day and time. But now, if Ice Cube didn't watch the interview himself, and they try to pull him into the anti-Semitic conversation, of course he gonna push back and be like, nah, bro, I don't know what Ye got going on with all that anti-Semitic. Now, I'm gonna leave it with this. Before the last 2 weeks, most people didn't even know what anti-Semitic was. Like, let's just be for real. Before the last 2 weeks, people didn't know what that was. And before the White Lives Matter shirt popped out, it wasn't too much noise surrounding Black Lives Matter either. It wasn't too many people making no type of noise about BLM. So the problem is, people aren't using their own mind. People aren't taking their own steps forward to be like, what is he actually talking about? That's why I was in one of these rooms. They said DEFCON 3. I said, what is that? What is a DEFCON? And people were upset with me because I was asking a real question. I said he had to have either misspelled it because he didn't know how to spell what he was saying, or he was using some type of microphone mechanism and it didn't pick up. But what wound up happening is they ran with that death word so that it could seem like that was some type of terroristic threat versus if you look at what DEFCON actually is, it's more of like I have to defend myself. It's a defense mechanism that the military's been using for decades.
Yep.
You feel me? So my holler is I stand with Ye for the simple fact that I know how this goes, and I know one day I'm going to be in that, seat where, people probably going to be having this type of conversation about what I'm doing. But you know how this goes, family. God wins. The devil didn't win. God wins in the end, and there's going to be a lot of war that comes after this. So shout out to Ye.
Yes, sir, brother. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Salaam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. And let me share this for y'all so y'all can understand what brother Ye was actually saying. This is all that it means, y'all, right here. As the brother was stating a while ago. Hold on, give me a second. Please give me 1 second. So as he was saying right here, this is all that it means. Increase in force, readiness above normal. Readiness is by him being ready for whatever they come to him with, not him literally doing something in offense to them. So if y'all just looked up what DEFCON 3, 2, 1, 4, whatever all those means, those are just different levels of being ready. So yeah, for y'all who want to understand what Kanye was saying, he did spell it wrong. He even mentioned that on the podcast that he probably spelt it wrong, but this is what he was speaking of. All right, to the brother that's on the line, welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's going on, brother Ben X? This your boy Don Diesel, Diesel Fuel TV, calling from Baltimore, Maryland. I was chatting with you a little earlier about the Kanye thing on the live on IG. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in with you guys, man. It's definitely a lot of different things that I think they were touching on, YK and the brother Kanye. YK, I believe, number one, he understands. You know what I mean? As a young kid, I believe he came up in the church, or you know, he had some type of environment around him that gave him, you know, those stitches, you know, that stitching that you need at a certain point. You know, as they say, teach a child in the right way, and he won't go away from that. So my brother, you know, he understands. The thing about it, I would say, just make more positive material. You know, man, a lot of people are saying like, well, we can't, you know, this is a devil's game and stuff. I'm an artist. One of the videos I just released is a very positive video. You know, it's a very positive, motivating song, and it's not encouraging the prison music jail system, how it works together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. The brother YK does. Kanye does as well. And he speaks on things like that. Even with people like Triple X Extension, when he was here, he was speaking on frequencies, vibrations of the music, you know, when you have a certain decibel level that you're listening to things at versus a different level. Even just understanding, like Kanye, for instance, YK, these guys are slightly geniuses. Like, you can take words and put them into a certain type of platform to make people, you know, actually understand where you're coming from, and that you can kind of change and impact them through influence. So like celebrities, musicians, you know, sports players, these people are the most influential people in most different capacities because of the fact that they can, you know, kind of amalgamate people to a certain thought process just off a word. So these people are geniuses. We can't like write off the stuff that geniuses have went through in life. You know, they go through things, like they feel whatever way. My man T.D. Jakes always said, extraordinary people have the most extraordinary problems. So they did kind of blackball him, I noticed, from a lot of things that he said, you know, when he voices his stuff about Elon, or, you know, even when he speaks on Russell Brand and, you know, stuff like that. But if you think about it, they blackballed Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? A guy who was worth $120 million in the 20s, which was the equivalent of a $6 billion guy. You know what I'm saying? In the 20s, in the 40s, with the UNIA. You know what I mean? So they did this to him and ridiculed him, and to the point where he had to move back to Jamaica broke. You know what I'm saying, brother? So at a certain point, we understand that this system is kind of, you know, geared to that, but also we can't always have the dynamic of a brother that, you know, just ready to fall apart, you know, that we're kind of like urging to be our leader. You know how they say, like on a Dave Chappelle show, like the black delegation picks this person and picks that person. Like, I don't know if that's really the person we need to pick at this point. However, you know, he's definitely true on a lot of things he say, but the George Floyd stuff, it was kind of weird and unfounded. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, him saying that it was more than 8 minutes, or was like, I don't even know where he was coming from with that, but I do understand sometimes you got to fact check the fact checkers. It's just, you know, I don't know. What do you think about that George Floyd statement that he said? Like,
first, I've been trying to ask people on Instagram. Nobody was giving me an answer. What did he say? Like, just quote him. People keep saying what he talked about and stuff, but what did he say?
Well, from what I heard, what he said was more or less like, yeah, they were showing that they had the knee on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes, but the knee didn't really look like it was on his neck, or something along the lines of the time frame that it had to be. It had to be 8 minutes because something else happened for 8 minutes. And I mean, I understand, you know, there's symmetry in things, and you look at etymology, you look at numerology, you can look at astrology. It's a lot of symmetry in a lot of things, but you got to wrap your head around the issue. You know, a wise man once said, he who knows one side of a thing knows no side of it. So you got to see things from a varying perspective. So I'm kind of wondering where he's going at with that. You know, I don't know if it's some numerology stuff, some etymology stuff. or, you know, some sacred geometry. I don't know. But what he's talking about is always stuff in this realm. So it's not that he's like totally off. It's just that, you know, we got to take what he's given us, those little pieces, and put together the rest of the story for ourselves. You know, that's what I think, brother. And also, I think I just want to speak on this as well. For brothers like YK, YK knows things about stuff like Black's Law. You know what I mean? And that's a different level of understanding right there. Kanye does as well. You know what I'm saying? Like when you understand the real terms, when the corporation isn't just a corporate entity, when it means a person and a person means a corporate fiction. And, you know, once you understand these terms, then you can kind of talk in different lingos that other people aren't really able to understand. I think that's kind of what Kanye does as well. But I think that we have to have a better understanding of that. Just this last point I think that you said earlier about, you know, having to break things down in layman terms for people instead of having it be so complicated. It's just like, you know, when you speak in the Holy Spirit, you speak in tongues. The scripture says that it only edifies those people who understand the tongue and understand the spirit and can speak in that way. But prophesying does the body a more edified thing, you know, because all people can hear clearly exactly what's being said, you know.
Yes, sir, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Anytime, man. I'm always locked in with you guys, man. I'm trying to take my platform from a musical platform to a more wider path, to the narrow path thing, like you were saying. You know, you don't want to transfer over to the narrow path just as much with not as many people. So I'm doing the same thing with my music, trying to like take it from a wider path and bring it to the narrow path where, you know, not many find it. So
yes,
I'm
sir.
definitely right with you, bro. If I can get with you on any of those things, you know, I'm an artist in Baltimore, but I got the hands up, guns down boxing movement that we do to try to like combat gun violence here. We're working with the city government. We're working with the states. We're working with, you know, the Baltimore Teachers Union and everything. So if you can, man, get with me on this, try to help bring awareness to what we're doing.
For business, hit me at Brother Ben X at bookbrotherben.com.
Bet.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Brother
it, brother.
Ben X at bookbrotherben.
Yep, .com.
bookbrotherben.com. Okay. Thank you a lot, brother. I appreciate you, man. You have a blessed evening.
You too. All right, now I'm seeing some comments now. Somebody said
Thank you a lot, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Somebody said he said that whoever this is, you got the YouTube too loud. Whoever this is on the line. Yeah, y'all call in. You got the YouTube blasting. Somebody said he said that he died due to fentanyl. I didn't hear Kanye say that. Then somebody said he said the cop knee didn't kill him, fentanyl did. What video did y'all watch? I didn't hear Kanye say that. So I don't know where that's been throwing me. I'm like, where did y'all hear him say this at? That's why I keep asking people to quote him. We keep giving our interpretation and generalizing, but I need y'all to just quote what he said, not what you saying. What did he say? Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Master Rob from Brooklyn.
Okay, what's going on? What's your thoughts?
I got a lot of thoughts here. With the Osiris guy, I can't say if it was real or fake, but I think that he's in some pain, and he went to the live to express himself. And you can never judge someone if you weren't there with him to know what's really going on. I can't say it was fake, but saying prayers for the brother and hope that he gets some help, you know, and that's my thoughts with him. I don't know all this music and stuff. But back to Ye, I think it takes a real, a right mindset to hear what he's saying, because he speaks in like maybe parables or code, but he gives a lot of information that's real powerful, but the mass mind, they ain't trying to hear that at all. They want to condemn him, cancel him, and everything else. But anybody that's ever spoke out for us as a people or any of that, they always go, you know, it's not like you said, I think I heard you even mention it. If it don't sound like everybody else, they don't want to hear it, you know, but I appreciate what you do and all the other voices that are making a difference today. So keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, peace.
Respect, King.
Somebody said you probably didn't get to that part. Actually, I did. I heard exactly what he said. I'm just asking y'all to repeat what he said because what y'all saying he said he didn't say. That's why I keep saying leave your emotions out of it. Leave your interpretation out of it. What exactly did he say? Quote him. And by you saying he said fentanyl killed him, he did not say that. He didn't say that. Now, I don't know what he meant or what he didn't mean. All I'm saying is what I keep seeing people say he said, I seen what he said and he didn't say that. So all I'm asking is tell me what he said. Quote exactly what he said. That's all I'm looking for somebody to do. I ain't asking y'all to summarize it, interpretate it for me. I'm saying, what exactly did he say? Somebody put it in there. They hit him with the fentanyl. That's exactly what he said. Now, how y'all getting, he said he died of, he said he didn't do this and he died. He didn't say all that. All I heard was he hit him, they hit him with the fentanyl. Now how you know what that means? Now I'm seeing people getting online saying Kanye said that he didn't do this and that. I'm like, okay, did he explain it on Twitter somewhere? Did he explain what he mean on Instagram? Because when I say quote him, people are saying something that he didn't say. Now I did hear him say that they say it's, the knee wasn't on his neck. Now I don't know where. I seen the video, so I don't understand that part about the foot, the knee not being on his neck. It was clearly on his neck to me. But I just think y'all quoting him wrong. At least y'all quoting him wrong. Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What's your thoughts? All right, y'all, listen. So when y'all call in, I need y'all to be listening to me through the phone, not the YouTube. The YouTube is going to be delayed. So then I want to ask, who is they? When he said they hit him, who is they? And when he say hit him with the what does that even mean? You know what I mean? So like, it may mean what y'all saying, but I'm just wondering like why when I say quote him, y'all saying something that he didn't say. That's all I've been confused about. Like, why y'all saying he's saying something he actually didn't say on the thing? Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh my God! Finally, my name is Sherelle. I'm calling from DC.
Okay, what's going on? What's your thoughts?
Okay, so my thoughts on the Osiris young man. I honestly feel like he was crying out of pity, and I'm only just saying that because I feel like most people that actually go through things, they tend to go through things alone. They're not actually looking for a parade. They're not actually looking for an audience. They're looking to basically get out of that situation. And I have a 5 and a 6-year-old, and usually when they go through something, they're trying to tell somebody. They're trying to basically get somebody to see how they feel, which may be him identifying with him feeling, I guess, like.
Hold on, sister. Hold on. Before you continue, because I just got confused. You said usually when people go through things, they're trying to go through it alone. Then towards the end, you said when they go through things, they're trying to tell somebody. So clear that up for me.
Oh, no. So okay. So yeah. So usually when people are like going through things, they go through it alone. They're not like looking for, and I'm only just going off of basically, I guess you can say, I don't know if you've been hearing this advertisement, but they have been on the radio. They have been saying like 30% of domestic violence people, they don't actually tell people when they're going through something, if that makes sense.
And why is that?
Out of embarrassment. They may not want people to actually know that they're going through something because they don't necessarily want people to see that side of them. And that's why I'm basically saying, like, I don't honestly believe that. I feel like it was him looking or reaching for pity, reaching for somebody to actually probably talk about him because nobody is actually speaking about him. And somebody may be like, "Oh, you're being insensitive, or you're being heartless, or you're being judgmental." But I always try to basically look at the situation and look at it from so many different perspectives. And the reason being is because when he was, let's just say, at the height of his moment, nobody was actually talking about him. You know, they were probably either congratulating him, patting him on the back, you know, parading him around, you know, making him feel good. Now, in the moment that I guess two people shaded him, or they may like basically be giving him the cold shoulder, now it's okay, I want to get on my phone and I want to actually tell people I'm going through something. And I'm just like,
that's not fair, because I shared a video from 2020 when he was at his peak, when that song was popping. I will give you the word of it. He stated in that video, "I'm not perfect. I go through things." The industry, he was talking about the industry, and he was warning people not to get in it. He wants to get out. He said all this back in 2020. In this video that I shared, he didn't only share that, you know, Drake and Lil Baby wasn't talking to him. He also said he hasn't been able to see his child.
in the video that you shared today.
Yep.
Earlier. That he wasn't able to see his child.
Yeah, he said that in the video where he was crying. So that was a part of it. It wasn't just Lil Baby and Drake. He also said he hasn't been able to see his child.
Okay, all right. So I'm glad that you did clarify that, because I didn't see that part about him, I guess, being able to not see his child. But I honestly know that when you do, let's just say, go the extreme route to basically make it be known, like, okay, this is where I'm at in my particular moment, that's usually the worst route to take, because then you have so many different things getting, let's just say, getting caught in the web, when you can actually, let's just say, go to the source. And a lot of times I honestly don't realize why. I mean, I don't understand why people just don't go to the source. And not to seem like I'm just talking all over the place. I'm just being realistic. I'm just like, I'm sure he could have just went to the source instead of feeling like, okay, I got to get on my phone and I got to basically turn my camera on and I have to like basically make this moment, like, so that way other people can basically get in the web or see me at this low point in my life right now. Yeah. And that's why I find it hard to believe, because any person that's honestly, I mean, and this is just me speaking, because I feel like women, we tend to go through things alone. And I had really expressed to my friend, she expressed to me that her best friend had went through cancer alone, and they had found out that she had died, based off the doctor just calling, I mean, the people basically calling the family and say, okay, can you view the body? And like, view the body. And they were like caught off guard. So I'm only bringing that up to basically say a lot of people go through things alone, whereas people that honestly want to get that pity or get that, they think that they need that pity, but really it's just like, no, it's not what's needed. And I feel like that's what he thought that he needed. And that's why I had wrote in the comments, like, no, maybe those tears was like, damn, I actually got caught up in my own mess. I actually was following a wicked way. And like, look at me now. It's like, I'm disgusted with myself. It may not be, oh, I'm crying out for help. It may be him basically realizing like, damn, I got so caught up in this mess. And it's like, I'm sick. And I personally feel like we should be a little bit more mindful, because we always come as, let's just say, as the person to bring them up, but we're never there as far as the person to hold the accountability. And can you still hear me?
Yeah, in that video, he said, I brought this among myself, though.
Okay, well, I'm good. But see, and I don't even know that. But see, I'm sorry, and I'm saying like, I'm saying like I don't know this because I didn't see that part because I was like, huh?
But you said you're commenting on the video that I played. He said all these things in the video.
Well, no. So the way the video or the YouTube was, it was probably a little bit delayed, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm caught up and I'm not missing anything and following the comments. And I didn't see that. But okay, so like even with he said, even with you mentioning that and me not even knowing that he said that, and let's just go with the sense of, okay, we understand that we agreed to basically say that he has come to the understanding that, oh, okay, I'm actually I'm disappointed with myself. And I feel like with young men today, I feel like we have to, let's just say, we have to come at a different stance because we've always been there. Let's just say to help them, to be a nurturer, to be a person to basically say, okay, brother, yes, you made the wrong mistake. But what are we going to do? Like, let's just say, what is going to be the solution to make sure that we don't make this mistake again? That's pretty much where I'm coming in at, because a lot of times when somebody is coming from those type of emotions, and especially on that type of platform, I mean, well, considering the platform that the following base that he has on Instagram, I feel like, I expect that.
So let me ask you this, sis. So I'm pretty sure before he went live, he had these thoughts in his head. Man, am I really gonna go live and talk about this? No, man, you shouldn't let everybody see this. Man, no, man, am I really gonna, I feel like so I'm pretty sure he rationalized going live, being vulnerable before he went live. Now, as he's going live, he's trying to keep it together. As he's talking, he breaks down crying and he's trying to wipe away saying, man, I don't cry. So we have a young black man in his 20s, vulnerable, showing emotions. I'm sure it took a lot for him to even go live and talk about this. You think our response should be what?
I think our response should be listen and that's just it. I don't think we should respond with any type of feeling. We should just listen to what he's saying and then follow up with the best solution. I don't think we should feel sad or we should feel pity.
And what's the best solution for a black man that's in his 20s? I'm pretty sure still trying to figure out life. He can't see his children. People that he probably thought was cool with him, not cool with him anymore. What's the best solution for him?
The best solution I can give is to turn your phone off and, of course, seek God first and surround yourself with, let's just say, wherever you see yourself 10 years from now or wherever you want to see your future self, try to find somebody that's already within that walk and see if they can basically be a mentor to your life. Because right now you're not in a position where you may actually have that proper guidance to help you develop the skills that you need to basically blossom or produce the man that you need to be to, let's just say, to get through or cope through whatever pain or whatever suffering you feel like you're doing to make you have to go on live.
Yeah. And what if he thought that person was Drake?
Okay. If he thought that person was Drake, then I would say, if he personally thought that person was Drake, I would have, honest opinion, I would have to say there's so many other Drakes out here. I'm sure there's somebody else that you may come across within your lifespan that may actually have the same attributes as Drake, but may not necessarily be on that platform.
Well, maybe he's afraid that if he finds another one, they'll do him like he feels maybe Drake and them did him. Got close to him and then
or maybe because he comes from a spiritual background, maybe he should just ask God if he can actually give him the discernment to determine whether or not if I was actually idolizing Drake. Because most of the time when people do, let's just say, get a little heartbreaking about something, it's like you kind of got to like identify, all right, was I actually in love with this person, or how they basically welcomed me, or how they were around me, or were I actually starting to idolize that person?
That's a good point.
So yeah, so I would probably, follow back up and basically say, no, ask God for the spirit of discernment, just to make sure that you're clear and your path is there, because maybe this is the devil basically saying, or God is basically speaking to you to basically say, no, you're actually starting to idolize these people. You're starting to actually give these people more attention than what you were giving me. So now it's like, all right, I need to basically kill this right now, because I see this being something bigger or moving. You know, he already spoke about it, so he probably is talking in real time to basically say, nah, this is not for you. Yeah. You think it is. Most of the time we do think it is. We think these relationships, we do think these jobs, these careers, and then God cuts it off and then we're all crying and boo-hooing. But it's like, nah, God actually saved me. And then God got 10 doors waiting for you to open right now that you probably don't have no part. You know, he has no right to either close it or open it or have a key cut for the lock. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of, I'm sorry, in that particular statement, that's what I would.
Yeah.
That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, I think see how you said that? See, that was good. But instead of saying, oh, it was fake, oh, he just on here, see if they was really hurt, he wouldn't have went on live. See, because everybody don't respond the same. There's been sisters and stuff that got on here crying. So I guess Tyrese was faking too when he got online and he cried and became a meme. Was he faking too?
Well, see, I don't know. I mean,
now you don't know.
No, listen, it takes a lot. If you're that emotional, the last thing I'm worried about is hold on, everybody, hold on, tears. Let me turn my camera on. That takes a lot. Scroll up, find video. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm pissed and I'm sad and I'm crying, I'm crying. The last thing I'm worried about is my phone. If anything, my phone is probably going out the window because I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm frustrated. Now, and it's so crazy too because I spoke on basically, let's just use logic, because I do feel like God gave us a brain to, of course, be able to adapt as far as using our spiritual sense, our mental sense, in regards to that.
Yeah.
And I think we always lean towards the emotional part. And with Kanye West, for example, or Ye, I feel like I had basically wrote, I said, I feel like in real time we're seeing them appropriate our blackness for their self gain. And hold on one second. So I feel like in real time we're witnessing how they appropriate our blackness, which translates to a divine energy for their own personal gain. They use us like a battery, and then when they feel like we're low on energy, then they go and find somebody new to recharge on. Because right when I had wrote that, I didn't listen to the whole interview, but I did hear a part where Kanye West basically said he felt like they were like milking him. They're going to milk him dry or something and leave him hanging. And I'm just like, that's what they do with our energy. And I think a few of your callers was basically talking about our energy. And it's beyond, I guess, let's just say, what we may produce at a concert. Just our level of thinking, the logic. You know what I mean? Just being able to let's see or feel beyond what somebody may tell us of what we can't see and feel, or where we can't jump, where we can't run. I feel like we have those different abilities that a lot of people honestly don't know how to tap into or take advantage of. And yeah, some things could have got. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so some things could have got twisted or misconstrued with what was stated about George Floyd, but I'm like, these people know certain things to say to get people to talk. Mm-hmm. And not saying that was in place for that particular moment, but I'm just being real when I say this. You hear all these people talking about George Floyd, but you don't hear nobody talking or no outrage being talked about how within every state, within the inner urban city, how these young men are killing other young men. I'm like, that is what the whole point of White Lives Matter, to basically talk about, like, y'all talking about this, but Black Lives Matter has been mattering, but y'all not saying nothing. Y'all not doing nothing. Not saying that everybody is not saying or doing anything, but the outcry and all of the talk about this, but I'm like, no, these young kids, within that's basically going on right now, I'm like, it's crickets. You don't hear anything. I'm like, in my neighborhood in DC, we heard over 30 gunshots. Nobody talked about it. Nobody reported about it. Oh, we heard somebody's car got lit up. We heard a young kid, rest in peace on his soul, 15-year-old, was on his grandmother's porch, got shot, and I think they shot him like 10 or 15 times, and then, okay, that's it. You don't hear nothing else.
Well,
but
did it have a lot of media attention?
Not to the degree of what Kanye. I mean, of course, Kanye is on a whole different platform, but no, not to that degree. No.
Yeah, I think that adds on to it. You know, people can only be outraged about what they know about. You know, if we don't know about it, it's kind of hard for everybody to have that same energy with something that's like on every news station, CNN, all of the. So of course, people gonna have a little bit more, I don't know, closeness to something if they're seeing it everywhere versus something that maybe not even in their city or so.
Right, but I thought because violence is constantly, let's just say, increasing within not just one state, but within all of the inner urban cities amongst the young children that, I guess, within our culture, I would think that would be enough for people to basically say, all right, like, enough is enough. But it's not. Because, what'd you say?
I said, I feel you.
Yeah, so, so I feel like it's very unfortunate. And it's also, I guess, a major point of why it's so important to, let's just say, not fault our brothers, not fault our sisters, wish them well, pray for them. And I love how you said, you preach, what you said, to the dead.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say?
Yeah, give life to the dead.
So basically not leave them high and dry and think like, okay, like most people think, oh, okay, I got my kids and my kids are good. But what about the other kids? It's like you can still be a father, or you can still play a role in somebody else's life that may be missing that counterpart. So I definitely do think that I'm sorry, I just lost my
No, ma'am.
I just lost my train.
Well, we got other callers anyway, so you can go ahead and land the plane.
Is it okay? Thank you.
No problem. I thank you for your thoughts.
All right.
Bye. Peace. Hey, sis, hey, Jay, she warmed up? She got it going in. Ask her how she been through anything like that. Okay. Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
ATL.
What's going on, man? What's your thoughts?
Oh, okay, all right. This is Ed the Man calling in again. I wanted to call in again about the gay situation, but I wanted to give you some time to get around to it.
Okay.
All right. I think what we're witnessing with Kanye West, all right, I'm gonna put it like this. If you get a new job, right?
Yeah.
And when you get a new job, of course, everybody knows you're the new guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's the new guy. You got people who've been working there probably for years and years and years, and they're definitely like, yeah, he's the new guy. And 3 months in, they're like, damn, yeah, you're doing some new guy shit still. I think what we're witnessing with Kanye West is that, and it's really great that I called in earlier and said the thing about the 10,000 hours. It's actually a really great contrast happening here because Kanye West is somebody who has put his 10,000 hours in. And a lot of people are first and foremost, what people got to understand about Kanye West is his time as an entertainer statistically has already come and gone. What we're witnessing with Kanye West is that his intelligent ass took the time out to actually pay attention throughout his whole process of the height of his music career. So now we're witnessing Kanye West do something very intelligent, which is strategically promote himself and keep his brand relevant. You know what I'm saying? This is some Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan type stuff happening right here. And most people when they become rappers or when they make it in music or entertainment, whatever the case is, when they get their lottery ticket, let's say that, when they get their lottery ticket, most people, as Kobe Bryant was explaining in one of his interviews, just normally most players just come and get the money and they're like, yo, I'm gonna just put up a good game and do my thing. I'm not really here to really get deep into the game like that and really be serious about winning for real, for real. I'm gonna just come and get my money, feed my fam, and I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? But what we're witnessing with Kanye West is that they put somebody on who actually was dead ass serious about what he's doing. You know, and that happens every so often, and we only get to witness that every once in a while. That somebody will be conscious the whole time while they're going through hell. You know what I'm saying? And with Kanye West, what we're witnessing is this is just an older guy. This is an older rapper who is using his knowledge and wisdom, his 10,000 hours, his foundation that he has built, and actually moving from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when he wore the White Lives Matter shirt, people raise hell about it. Oh man, why would he do that? People are quick to having a reaction to it, which we have already studied. This is natural. You know what I'm saying? Some people react.
So what do you think he meant by the White Lives Matter shirt?
I think Kanye West, and this is something that me as a person, I have to, in order for us to be free, we have to respect each other's freedom. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I know about Kanye West is that if you really know your people like that, this is a clever guy. And when he wore the White Lives Matter shirt, I wasn't even thrilled. I was like, oh, here go Kanye West doing something extremely risky and clever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people may have seen, because I think society is like...
Now, hold on. Before you go over to society now,
okay.
The question is, what do you think Kanye West or Ye meant by the White Lives Matter shirt?
That's exactly what I meant. I think he was being clever, you know, and a lot of the times, because we get so caught up in a lot of like deep issues about like topics like that, you know what I'm saying? It causes us to overlook the simpleness of a person, and you know, it's more so for me.
I gotta stop you again because you're going into what you think he was being clever. My question is, what do you think he meant by the White Lives Matter shirt?
I don't know any other way to really say it around being clever. I think he was really meaning that, you know, what he said in some of his interviews is that, yo, listen, I got certain issues going on with me. There are certain issues happening in the world, in the black community, that are not being addressed. Okay, so let me actually put this White Lives Matter shirt on, and let me see if that gets a reaction. Because people could say, yo, people today could say, yo, stop killing each other, black people, and it's really good information. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? People move beyond that, and they say, well, you know what? If I got to kill somebody to get where I'm at, then whatever the case might be. And somebody like a Kanye West might say, yo, we shouldn't be doing this or something like that. And the elders are saying, and people are saying, and people will overlook it. But the moment and I think the people in some of these movements that he was talking about, like Black Lives Matter, the moment that I say, okay, well, let me wear a White Lives Matter shirt and see what they say. Let me do that at my stature. I'm here and I'm Kanye. I'm Ye. He changed his name, but I'm Ye. And let me use my platform to do this and then see what people say, so people can have food for thought. I literally just thought he was being clever and giving black people food for thought to say, hey, well, you know, you guys are very passionate and strong and set in solidarity to this movement, but what about other perspectives? Are you open to other perspectives and other viewpoints? Because a lot of the times, let's be real, man, as black people, we can get very passionate and very drilled in on certain things. You see it with football. Football fans ain't even got investment in the team, but guess what? They showing up to these games, and they don't even though, you know, with some crooked stuff going on behind the scene, they still show up. Even though they like, damn, yo, man, these players seem like slaves after a while, but hell, we still showing up, though. We still showing up. You know what I'm saying? And
so I'm trying to get a perfect
that,
understanding of what you're saying about the White Lives Matter. So are you saying that he just wanted to give another perspective? What are you saying that it means?
Yeah, he wanted to give a damn Kanye West perspective, you know, and this is something that we have seen from him over the years of his career. Like I said, his career has already come and gone. What he has figured out a way to do is to prolong it. You know what I'm saying?
But what does that mean? But when you say he was given a Kanye West perspective, what is his perspective?
His perspective is to literally challenge thought. That's what he's doing right now. I don't know if people realize that, but that's what he's doing. He's challenging thought. Is to say, you know, I've seen, because I travel the world. I've seen a lot, and so I don't get caught up in a lot of, you know, conversations that, you know, seem recycled or repeated and things of that nature, because I've been able to see different perspectives. Like you were saying earlier, Kanye West has seen these different perspectives. And I think that he, first of all, is a crazy dude. You know what I'm saying? He is definitely crazy in a good way, like good trouble. You know what I'm saying? We're witnessing somebody get into good trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when he starts to do his thing, you really got to look at Ye and say, man, here go Kanye West putting it out there again. You know, he don't have, most people would just like after he did what he did, most people after that Drink Champs interview, they went to say, oh, no, bro, we regret that. We disagree. Oh no, we do not approach, we don't approach it like he's approaching it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's exactly what makes Kanye West what he is, because he is the one doing that from his perspective. And I have to, as an American, as a black American, I have to respect that, because it's like, yo, it's one thing to fight for freedom, but it's also another thing to respect each other's freedom once we get it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it is, I'm not about to necessarily say, you know, Kanye West got to write him off. Now, let's get it real now. Like I said, there's other music artists that are probably really good that people are missing out on, and Kanye West's old ass is literally probably clouding that. You know, a lot of older, that's why I was bringing up the job analogy, because a lot of older people a lot of senior people at jobs will typically find the loopholes, the ins and outs, the ways that, you know, newer people might not have picked up on. You know what I'm saying? And what Kanye West is really just doing is being a senior rapper, a senior music artist, and saying, well, you know what? I've seen it from this angle, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep it 100. That's what I hope I made sense to answer your question about the White Lives Matter shirt. That's exactly how I put it. That's how I look at it. You know, that's what I think he meant by it. I don't think he meant to be, you know, controversial towards the Black Lives Matter movement at all. I actually think that he was being clever.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I think he was being hella clever with it. And, you know, as black people, we have to be able to withdraw. And it's not saying that anybody needs to, but we have to get to a place where we can withdraw ourselves to be able to say, oh, okay, well, you know what? Hey, brother made sense. He didn't make sense right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that's
sir.
him. We can expect to get that from him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really think about that, you know. But ultimately, I just wanted to say for the Ye situation, man, I just think it's what people are witnessing, man, is a senior rapper. You know, a senior rapper, a senior music artist who has what it seems like the music industry tries to do is give everybody their shot from a natural perspective. But, you know, if somebody comes along and says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm smart as hell, and I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm going to learn everything that y'all showing me, and then that's how I'm going to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's all I think that we are. That's all we. That's all I think that we're witnessing.
All right, brother. Well, man, I appreciate you calling in, man, and sharing that perspective.
No doubt, brother Ben. I want you to know, man, I follow you. I started following your page on Instagram, man. You have one of the greatest shows, man. You have one of the greatest perspectives, and I am, from my personal freedom to your personal freedom, I'm so happy that you even be talking the stuff you be talking, man. I be like, yo, bro, just he coming out as a really great black man that is literally just saying, listen, man, check out digital real estate. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. I'm going to show y'all how to, I want y'all to, to get involved and to be successful. I think we need more of that. And I think that we should, be appreciative of when somebody's extending that. A lot of people will say, oh, well, we don't get it now, but they'll catch on. But I really appreciate the perspective that you put on Instagram. You probably see me commenting from time like, this brother said, say the piece right here. Yes, I can rock with that.
Yes, sir, brother.
So much love to you, man. Much respect.
Appreciate it, brother. Peace.
No doubt, man.
All right. We're gonna have to take a break after that one, fam. Let's take a quick break. We're gonna do a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna be right back. So don't call in. We're gonna take a little breather, and we're gonna be right back. Hold on. Take a look. Hold on, real quick. Dang, good God Almighty, they done took my commercial off. Here we go. I want you to think with an abundance mindset, no less than $10,000 a month. I want that to be your goal, no less than $10,000 a month. See, successful people got a routine. The reason we not successful is because we don't got no routine. We getting up every day, every morning, and we don't even know what we doing today.
Digital real estate has honestly changed my entire life, changed my business, changed the way I think about business, changed the way I think about my life in general.
Like, I got screenshots of my insights doing 943% better than the week before. Wow. All because of the stuff that I utilized from the digital real estate program.
Her 8-year-old son was making $1,000 a week. Man, I need to tap into whatever this program is.
The clarity of what digital real estate is. It's like physical real estate, but on the digital side.
Doing what Brother Ben told us to do in digital real estate, I watch my numbers grow.
You were explaining how I can take things that I think are normal, just really base things that I do on a daily basis, and say, hey, that's content.
He broke down on how to monetize your actual content and your intellectual content and monetize it and actually live off of it.
Many people believe that digital real estate is selling homes online, but that's not what it is. The scripture says your gift will make room for you and bring you amongst great men.
That's what the program is doing. It's mining the gems that are already inside of you and bringing that out and helping you understand what your value is.
So what the digital real estate program does is tap into your gift, your skills, your purpose, your talent, and shows you how to scale it online through impact.
You coaches are bar none acceptable. Now, I ain't got no mic like y'all, but y'all see this pen? It's dropped, okay?
I made $2,000. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
In 3 days. People don't understand. You got to get this course.
I started to learn the power of social media because before being on social media, I was just doing that, being social.
It really transformed my life.
We had close to a $20,000 a month, and then we had a $10,000, close to $10,000 a month.
And Ben is up here blessing people game, giving people free game. I don't know why y'all have not listened to this man yet, have not invested in yourself by getting his digital real estate platform.
Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben.
I believe we shouldn't focus on passive income. We should focus on passive impact, because the more people we impact, the more income will come.
Y'all heard of BNX?
No, I heard of BNX.
He's one of the younger brothers. BNX.
Ben.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen that name somewhere. Yeah. I've seen that name.
Allah has imposed on all of his creatures the duty of doing something for self.
You take, all right, one still shot.
I love you, man. Love you too, brother. All right, family. So if y'all want to tune in and tap in with your brother, man, and join the program, go to www.drecourses.com. It's actually free for the first 30 days. So y'all can see if it's impactful for your life or not. Y'all can see if I'm lying or if the people lying or not. Okay. All right, let's go. Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? Can you hear me? You got to listen to me on the phone.
From Atlanta. Journey calling from Atlanta.
How you doing? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts about, and good evening to you. My thoughts about the young brother, YK, it's unfortunate. I work in the social service field, and whether the young man was doing it for attention or he really felt that way, you know, he could probably benefit from some mental health services. The worst thing I think that can happen is when people are crying out that we are so quick to dismiss them as their attention seeking. I've dealt with a lot of young individuals who have committed suicide, who have random, consistent thoughts of suicidal ideation. And I think that we, you know, may benefit from educating ourselves about that before we're so quick to judge someone to say, well, he's trolling. Me personally, I'm a private person, so I wouldn't go to my social media, but everybody handles things differently.
Right.
And again, whether he's faking it for attention or whether those are his real feelings, he needs help, and he's crying out, and I hope that he receives some resources.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, that's the problem. See, when someone is exposing, when somebody is exposing that they going through something, we make fun of them because they celebrities. Oh, look at them. Oh, they trying to get this in. Okay, I may understand that. But at the same time, when they do something, and you remember, oh, that was still a human being, but a celebrity. There was still a human being, but had a blue check. They was still a blue, you know what I mean? A human being, and they killed themselves or something happened. Now we crying. Now we sad. Now we reposting them. Oh, man, that's messed up. Sad brother. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I wish he would have. Well, they was already doing it. We just ignored it because they was doing it in a way that we wouldn't do it. They was doing it in a way and thinking a way that we don't think. Well, guess what? We not everybody. Everybody don't respond the same. I want y'all to go look at this YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly. And look at how those sisters have been abused and molested at the age of 5, 6, 3, 4. Some of them by their own father. And some of them, because of what they went through as a youth, they become promiscuous. I think that's the word. They have a lot of sex with men. They become prostitutes. Now, in our mind, it's easy for us to say, well, if you got molested while you was younger, why would you go be that? Well, they responded to the trauma differently. Some women may become lesbians and not deal with men. Other women may respond differently to the trauma and go try to get a bunch of men. Who are we to judge them? And say that they faking it or you ain't really affected by it because they respond differently to the trauma. And that's all I want us to be aware of. I see Brother Young Khan Adon is in the house. Welcome to the show, brother.
Man, assalamu alaikum. There he is, the digital God himself.
Wa alaikum salam.
Hey, was you still asking about what I think Kanye wanted to say about wearing that White Lives Matter shirt?
Yeah, man. Anything you want to talk about with the YK or Ye?
Hey, look, when he was on Tucker Carlson, he told Tucker Carlson, I wore the shirt because I thought it was funny, and I think it was obvious that white lives do matter. And when I saw the shirt, Brother Ben, I thought it was funny too. I thought it was funny because it should be obvious with the history of the hells of North America that we have been trapped in for the last 450 years, that all they have done from the very beginning is show us that white lives matter more than any other life on the planet. They kill plant life, sea life, human life. They have degraded anybody. In fact, white supremacy is written in the very DNA of the United States of America. And if we don't know by now that white lives matter, we ain't gonna never know it. We never was really arguing that point. What he's trying to say is not only do those lives matter, but since it's obvious y'all lives matter, what about Black Lives Matter? And that's why he went super duper ham, in my opinion, on the Breakfast Club and just laid it all out. And then these buck dancing, boot licking, half baked, half fried, as Dr. Collar would say, punkified, sissified, homogenized niggas start backing up from him, all to get an extra piece of chicken and a biscuit from the slave master, saying, please, Master Gilmore, don't fire me because I ain't gonna say nothing against them fuddy-duddy people. I ain't gonna say nothing against the ones who have been mishandling us and taking advantage of us, proving furthermore that white lives matter. If we ain't figured that out, family, that they lives matter by now, we ain't gonna never know it. What we need to do, though, is show the world that Black lives matter by how we treat one another, by how we support one another, by how we back one another up, by how we forgive each other. Because if we can forgive the United Snakes of America for the hellish treatment that they have done to us for all of these centuries, how can we not forgive Brother Kanye West for a word here or a word there? That man ain't perfect, and ain't nobody that's judging him perfect. So to me, they need to back up off of our brother and line up with him and support the best of what he has to offer, because any man or woman without sin should be the one casting the first stone at our brother Kanye West. I don't even know why you let me up on this thing. You know I'm trained to go and ready at any time, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's Brother Young Khan the Don for you. Follow him on Instagram, Young KHAN the Don, THADON, Young Khan the Don. They was asking who is this brother on this bad boy going off.
Hey man, you know what time it is. We need to trade in, like I said the other day. We need to trade in our sunflower seed sized testicles and go get some watermelons and go get some coconuts between our legs and learn how to stand up like men and women. That's why our women don't respect us, because we don't have big enough kahunas. We don't have too much testosterone left in our system to stand up and say, I'm going to make a difference in my community. I'm going to stand up and be the man of my household. The world will never respect us until we get up and do something for ourselves and honor and respect and protect our family, and especially our woman. And if she want to get out of line, we know how to get her back in line. All we got to do is set the right example, man. She just doing what she doing, trying to get our attention. She wouldn't be twerking and dropping it like it's hot if we wasn't throwing them dollar bills and making it rain. She would be putting on a headpiece or a crown, because she knows that a king don't just want what's in your behind, but what he's really after is what's inside your mind.
That's
man.
right.
You better stop it. I'm going to keep on going now.
Yes, sir. Hey, see, I'm definitely feeling
now, brother, I just wanted to thank you, man, and tell you to keep up the great, magnificent work that you're doing. Because of brothers like you, man, we got hope that it ain't too late for us to be great as a people. So keep on being on that front line, affecting these young people, putting that message in their mind and in their heart, and being the best example that you could be, brother. And you know, I got your back 1,000%. Anybody got a problem with Brother Ben, y'all can call my number first, and it's 219-299-49. Y'all better back up off my man and line up with him and get with the plan. The man is making thousandaires and people that's making six figures all over the country. If you ready to tap in and bring the best out of yourself, man, let's roll and line up with my brother BNX, and let's impact the world. As he says, the more people we impact, the more income will come. Brother, I just wanted to thank you for a little time to be on your show, man. Keep on doing what you do.
Praise be to Allah. Likewise. Assalamu alaikum. That's Brother Young Khan the Don. He gonna come in every time on fire. We're gonna take 2 more phone calls. So we're gonna take this one, and then we got 1 more after that. Then we're gonna close it down. Peace. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Brother Ben, Assalamu alaikum. This Hakeem.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah. So I think. Hold on, I got an echo. I probably got to take you off the screen. Hold on. Yeah, I think. Jay wanted to. I don't think he got the foundation right from the way that he operates. Like one man said a couple calls ago. You know, we watched him. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You there? Okay. I heard some beeping in the phone.
Yeah, when other people call in, you're going to hear it.
Okay. Another caller said a couple calls ago, I believe he said, we seen him make it to, you know, what he was trying to become. And then now he's trying to reach back. So, you know, with information and knowledge and things. But he don't really have a foundation to do what he's attempting to do now. That free thinking stuff got him in trouble. Like he just sporadic with it, you know. But I think he needs to get a foundation, put the money machine he got behind some brothers that have been doing this work for years. Brothers and sisters that have been doing this work for years. You know, I know you're familiar with the, you know, Sonetta and them over there on YouTube and The Nation, of course, and other outlets, Black Panther Party, all of that there. What he's saying, the stuff he's saying about the Jews and things, he, you know, ain't none of that new. That information been out there, but he don't have the leadership skills, I believe. I don't know him personally, of course, but just from what I see, the interviews and him talking and stuff, he got the bag, he got the talent. But what he's trying to accomplish now, he needs to put that money behind the right people that have been putting up this fight and let the right leaders do it. You know what I mean? And, of course, have a part of it. You don't just let nobody take over your program, but at the same time, I don't think he's a voice to accomplish what he's trying to. It's just rhetoric. Like we're talking about it now, that's what it's going to continue to be because that's what he's making it. He ain't the right leader for it, you know.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, sir. No doubt, bro.
All right. Peace. All right. All right. All right. One more call. One more call. Welcome to the Brother Ben X Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What's your thoughts?
Yes, sir. Good brother Ben X. It's your other brother Ben over here one more time, man. Brother Benjamin, Diesel Fuel TV. I ain't try to jump back on, but I want to kind of just hammer a couple points home that the people was talking about earlier. When the young lady came in earlier, she was talking about the point of looking up to people too much. I think that's something that we all struggle with. Like people that look at people that are celebrities and they see them as like greater than themselves. That's just because they don't understand their light and their aura, you know, that we all have the same capacity and the same ability to be great. So sometimes, you know, in the case of YK Osiris possibly looking up to people and them letting them down, you got to look up to God first, man. You know what I mean? Like, man will always disappoint you, and God will never disappoint you. So I got to also tell you, your patience is totally excellent, brother. I got to come get some patience classes from you because your insight, your patience, and all that is to the level. So I'm gonna give you that. Also, I was saying maybe what the White Lives Matter thing was probably a play on words, man. Because Kanye is an artist. Like I said, man, these people are artists. So if you think of it like White Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, that man always talks about Black Lives Matter as not the best thing. You know, he understands the keys to it. You know, the person who owns that. You know, George Soros and stuff like that, and how he's even someone who's funding the Ukraine to be destabilized. Like, it's a lot of different things that man speaks on. And when he wore the White Lives Matter shirt, it was also something to kind of like, you know, take a crap on Black Lives Matter in a way too. You know what I mean? At the same time, when people might not understand what he says about that, he says that in a way and people jump off on him too. But if you realize all the money that those people made, the originators of the Black Lives Matter movement, they spent it on like sex schemes and stuff like that. It was like transvestites being given $10,000 funds from the Black Lives Matter movement. They were buying houses and properties, $1 million houses. So if that man speaks on something along that lines, that people jump on him too. But I believe something with the White Lives Matter shirt could have just been, oh, okay, well, y'all don't really want to talk about Black lives. Okay, we're going to wear this White Lives Matter shirt because it's obvious. Also, I'm not going to Lives Matter because I know what that really stands for. So, I think Kanye was kind of doing a contrast in a way, with that White Lives Matter shirt, because it's kind of like a ploy, Black Lives Matter, everybody get behind it. But what is that company actually doing? Like, where is that money going? You know what I'm saying? Is that money going to community programs in our neighborhoods, or is that money going to, exotic dancers and things like that? Like, that's what Candace Owens spoke on. And just the last part, I don't know if Candace was actually, put to be next to him, or if she was already moving in that way. But I would be wary if I was Ye of who to align with, because Ye is kind of blessed by God, but he's also like Moses. I want to end with that. Like, Moses had the power to be leading the people, but Moses didn't have the voice. Moses didn't have the understanding of how to talk to the people correctly to lead them directly through his communication. So he was given Aaron by God. God said, don't worry about it. You can't speak. Okay, I got Aaron for you. That's your nephew or whoever it was. And he gave him someone that needed a voice, that can use the voice properly. So I believe also what the young man or the good brother that just came on said, that, Kanye is a great guy, but maybe he doesn't have to be our voice. I said that before, the black delegation on Dave Chappelle. Like, yeah, he's great, but we don't need to vote him in as like the world leader for black people. You know what I'm saying? So I believe we need to listen to him. We need to analyze the things that he say, and we need to make these conversations more prevalent on a larger basis, a larger scale, more and more times over again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I'll check in with you next time, bro. Peace.
I want to play, because I heard leadership come up a few times on these calls. I want to play a few clips of the minister, if y'all don't mind.
I thank the leadership that shared their time and their knowledge that we might have a successful month. And even though you miss the brother, one of the aims in my going was to say that leadership is not a physical man. Leadership is principle. Leadership principles are inherent in the universal order of things. When we become addicted to a physical man and not the principle upon which that man's physical being is built, then when God so pleases to take that man away, we feel the void, we feel the vacuum, and then we disintegrate. White people have learned that leadership is principle, and so they set up their government that no matter what happens to the leader, what happens to the president, one president dies, another one comes, but the nation goes on. We must mature to the point that we understand that death and life are compatible. You cannot have one without the other. We have no control over our going out, in what land we shall die or how we shall die. But those of us who live know that we shall die. So wise people prepare. And we prepare by preparing leadership, by raising up others and girding them up in the principles of leadership, so that when the evil accident of time overtakes each one of us, the nation, the people can go on and not even miss a step. This is why it was necessary that Jesus go away. He said, I go away. It is expedient, not for me, but it's expedient for you that I go away, because my little disciples, I'm speaking of Jesus now, they were too dependent on him. They were too immature and too childish to the principles of leadership that were in the very being of Jesus Christ. So when he left and they got over the shock of seeing him in that awful position on the cross and having his physical presence absented from them, Then they began to realize, after they wiped their eyes, that that man had not only baptized them in water, but he baptized them in the living principles of leadership. And so it must be with all of us today. I would strongly urge, my brother and friend, Reverend Jesse Jackson, to do what Brother Farrakhan has done and will continue to do. Stop a moment. Go off in the sunshine with your family and be quiet and think and reflect, because a young, powerful man like this, we need him around for years and years and years, and we don't need to burn out our great leaders. We need to preserve and protect them, and leaders need to stop thinking that they have to do everything.
That's right.
You're not a leader if you got to do everything.
There's some wise wisdom right here.
You're only a leader if you can lead others to do the thing that you think that you are born to do. There is no exclusivity in this great principle of leadership. As we are good, there are those that are coming that are better.
That's right.
And we should always be on the lookout for leadership among our people, and instead of crushing it, exalt it, lift it, help it to grow, because we as a people are on the threshold today of our greatness.
Ooh, some good stuff. And then we're going to end with this list clip right here.
They never wanted to see any black leader get to the youth.
Hold on.
They will be empty and void if we do not teach the people and show the people how the prophecies relate to the daily news. I'm going to say it again. To my beloved friends and pastors, the daily news is not new. The prophets saw it. The prophets wrote it. There's so much good and truth in the Bible, and we may take portions of it and teach it, and it's a wonderful sermon. It's about Jesus. It's about the way he did, and it's about character development. It's about all those wonderful things. But unless it is related to the prophecies that talk about the time that we are living in, which is the end of a present world and its systems, then our preaching is not preparing the people to get through the end of a world. Now, I'm going to prove what I'm saying, not in a negative way, but I do want to say to all of us who preach, who lead, we are in the most dangerous position of anybody out here. I'm going to say it again. All the ministers, all the pastors, all the leaders, we are in a dangerous position because our people are suffering. And the Bible says, woe unto the shepherds. I have to start at the head of the house. Woe unto the shepherds who feed themselves and not the flock. Woe unto the shepherds who eat the fat, but they are not leading the sheep, as David prayed, into green pastures. Now, some of us, as wonderful Christian pastors, whom I love to listen to and am inspired by, preach what they call a prosperity gospel. Now, there's nothing wrong with us being prosperous because God came for us to be prosperous. But there's something wrong with our prosperity if it does not mount us up with wings in righteousness. And I keep looking back, but you can see because I'm up there, huh? I hate for these great minds to be at my back, but now I can see, you can see me, so I won't. I'll talk front. Okay. Now, beloved pastors, leaders, teachers, guides of our people, when God says, woe unto the shepherds, woe means distress, affliction, misery coming to the leaders. Because you have scattered the sheep of my pasture. Well, how have we scattered them? Because we are all divided against each other. One preacher on one corner preaching against a preacher on another corner. One denomination preaching against another. One religion preaching against another. One worshiper of God preaching against another. So the people are scattered. The people are divided. The people are filled with hatred of one another because of the hatred that exists among leaders. And why do we break off from one another to set up our own thing and then preach against another preacher?
All right, family. So that's it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I haven't did a podcast like this in a minute. I know I've been kind of MIA on my YouTube. I apologize for that. I'm going to be honest, man. I be getting a little discouraged. Every time I feel like my YouTube get back up to tens of millions of views, they always shut my channel down. I be like, man, I ain't finna. But I know I got to get back on here, man, and just keep being resilient. So if y'all like the show and y'all want me to continue to do these and y'all going to tap in and subscribe, let me know, man. Let me know if this is something y'all gonna continue to support. But I'm gonna close this out with my song 9 to 5 featuring Young Conner Dunn. You guys can go to brotherbenxmusic.com if y'all want to help out. Support. Peace.
Brother BNX and Young Conner Dunn. I said I'm finna go live.
Let me go back to it now. We can't turn it off now.
Brother BNX and Young Conner Dunn. I said I'm finna go live. Brother BNX and Young Conner Dunn.
I'm finna go live, put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys, finna be a vibe. Finna be a vibe. They say take a leave, so I went and took a dive. I'm finna go live, put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys, finna be a vibe. Finna be a vibe. They say take a leave, so I went and took a dive. To do for self on my own. Bossed up, got a car and a home, and I did it on my phone. Hey, I'ma show you how to get it strong. Get the bag and it don't take long, and you don't need a loan. You don't need a boss or a master. Get the right team and it's faster. This a new chapter. Gotta learn the business in the game. Every day new money, new change. Adapt to the lane. It ain't about the bread but the brain. Work hard, play hard, new fame. No more chains. No more chains. I'm finna go live, put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys, finna be a vibe. Finna be a vibe. They say take a leave, so I went and took a dive. I'm finna go live, put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys, finna be a vibe. Finna be a vibe. They say take a leave, so I went and took a dive.
I'm finna go live on IG. Sorry, but a 9 to 5 is not me. I'ma do myself until I die. You already know the vibe when I speak. Do not sleep, cuz the 20 months made 91K. What you doing 40 hours, I can do in 1 day. With digital real estate that I own, all I need is Wi-Fi and my phone. Get into it, pursue it, I show you how to do it. You got a gift inside you, but you never knew it. Let me put you in the game, I've been a coach. Everything I do is dope, man, I'm finna go
live, put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys, finna be a vibe. Finna be a vibe. They say take a leave, so I went and took a dive. I'm finna go live, put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys, finna be a vibe. Finna be a vibe. They say take a leave, so I went and took a dive.
Brother BNX and Young Kinda Don. Brother BNX and Young Kinda Don.
Hey family, listen, I just want to let you guys know I tagged brother YK Osiris on Instagram, and it looks like he saw the post. He liked it. You know, when they tag, it'll show like a message in your messages. So hopefully, man, he tuned in tonight. Or hopefully, as I repost and repurpose some of the content and some of the words and some of the helpful things that some of the people were saying, you know, inshallah, he sees it. And, you know, he get a word from the minister. You know, okay, man, I needed that right there. So, listen, never take for granted this social media, boy. They be watching, man. They be searching for it. They gonna get it by it. Listen, y'all know some people like, y'all should just interview them. Listen, I'm not big like no DJ Academics and Say Cheese TV and all them, Vlad TV. They not gonna come on my platforms maybe like that. Especially this channel that I'm rebuilding. I ain't big enough yet. But if they see themselves, or you know what I mean, they may tap into the video, we can slip the wisdom in that way. You know what I mean? I'm not finna be trying to, hey brother, what's your number? Nah, man, you know how many people probably be asking for their number and all that. So I'm gonna do it in a way that's strategic. You know, most people gonna make a video saying something, you know, bad, mocking. Well, we gonna make the video adding some wisdom for those who may be in a similar condition. And, you know, it touched their lives, you know, inshallah, okay? So, if somebody said Ye will go live with you, well, somebody set it up for me then. Somebody reach out to Ye and say, man, let's go live with Brother Ben and let's get it done. Let's get it done, all right? But no, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm building it back up. Brother Ben X on YouTube. I'm probably going to go live tomorrow night as well. I got this podcast I'm starting with my brothers again, Men's Viewpoint. Somebody said, give us 5 minutes at least of your perspective. Don't just pick ours. Well, ask your questions. What question you got? I'm willing to, come on, ask your question and I will respond. Now, I thought I gave my perspective during the call. Maybe you missed it. So I'll give y'all 5 minutes. Come on. Ask me whatever question y'all want. Be specific. And I'll answer it. I'll give y'all my perspective. What's the question? Trap, what you think of BLM? What do I think of Black Lives Matter? You mean Black Lives Matter, like literally the quote, the slogan, the chant, or the organization? Like, what do you mean? Why do you think he wore the shirt? I think he wore the shirt for, I don't think it. He said it. You know what I mean? I can play what he said. Somebody said, you tripping. You know who you is? Yeah, but they don't know who I am. Listen. I don't get the big head where people think, oh, brother, you know, I'm Brother Bennett. Man, them folks don't know me. Well, I have met YK Osiris in person before, so I won't say he don't know me, but Kanye don't know me. Do you think the wider society will ever accept a black genius? No, why would they? No, why would they? When you say wider society, no, we're taught that there's a 5%, a 10%, and an 85%. 5% of those who have knowledge of self and understand the reality of God. The 10% are those who do know as well, but they the bloodsuckers of the poor. They're going to try to keep the 85% dumb, deaf, and blind, and the 85% are hard to lead in the right direction, easy to lead in the wrong direction, and they are blind, deaf, and dumb. So, nah, I don't think the broader community will accept. They will after that whooping start to come and chastisement start to come. Know the organization. I don't know too much. I don't know enough about the organization itself to give. I've heard people say certain things, but I've also heard people say all kind of things. And then when I ask them straight questions, they don't know how to answer. So I can't go off of what people are saying on social media about it, because most people on social media are only repeating what they heard. So I don't know. I don't know enough about the organization side itself. I've heard certain things, but again, I've heard certain things about a lot of stuff. But then when I ask that person, how do they know? They be like, well, my uncle told me. So it's like, I don't have any thoughts right now until I do further investigation. And I haven't had time to do further investigation because I've been striving to build up my own organization that I'm a part of. And my own life and my own personal stuff. So I don't got time to be searching for what somebody did wrong, where they spent them. Hell, I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to get my income and expenses together. Who am I to, anyways, I'll go on the rant for that. But no, I don't know. I'm not intelligent enough about the organization itself to tell you that. What affected you about the Ye interviews and skirt? Oh, and shirt. I wasn't really affected by the shirt. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, dang, White Lives Matter, what does it mean? I actually made a video. I was like, what does this mean? I don't want to jump out and say what I think it means. What do y'all think it means? And then he came out and said what it meant. So I was just like, man, what Kanye up to? What is he doing? I knew it had to be something to it. So that was my thought. Well, my thought wasn't he's wrong, he's tripping. My thought was, what does this mean? Where is he going with this? That was my initial thoughts. The interview, I haven't watched the full complete interview, but so far, something that caught my eye, he said that the minister contacted him to stop the beef or to do some conflict resolution between him and Ye. That's what I love to hear. You know, the minister ain't coming out, you know what I mean? Then when he played a clip of the minister, they say he played a clip of the minister, an audio that the minister sent him explaining White Lives Matter and it giving them wisdom on what he had did. He didn't reach out to Kanye to condemn Kanye. He didn't reach out to Kanye to say Kanye was wrong. He reached out to give Kanye a perspective and to teach him. I said, see, that's what I'm listening for. I'm listening for, okay, what was the minister's guidance to them? I'm thinking about, okay, what was the minister saying? What was the minister mission? The minister mission wasn't to point out the wrong. It was to give them wisdom, guidance, conflict resolution. So that's where my mind should be. I'm listening for when Kanye was speaking, how he was talking about how somebody had contacted the Kardashians to get somebody, I guess, well known in our community because he didn't want to say their name to push the vaccine. So I'm thinking, okay, that's how the agenda works. They reach out to certain influencers and try to push it. So I'm listening for what does he know that we don't know because we not in them rooms. We don't have that access. So that's what I was looking for. I was paying attention to the point he made. If he's a billionaire and they treat Kanye like this, how do they treat us who's not a billionaire? I said, ooh, that's a good point. I'm listening to how Kanye said, hey, with their community, if one person gets on, everybody wins with them. But with us, if we win, one person win. If we do wrong, everybody do wrong. How he talked about is flipped with our community and their community. When we get on, it's like it's just us. And he said, when they get on, it's like they put everybody on. They work together as a group. I said, that's a good point. We need to think like that. So I'm thinking about, okay, what has he seen because of who he's been around that he's exposing to us that we need to adopt? That's what I was listening for. I was listening for those type of things. Somebody said, will you go live more on IG? Yeah, I go live on IG all the time. George Soros is the original leader and self-professed communist eugenist. Okay. In short, if you had 7 billion, what would you do differently than what Ye is doing to wake the people up? If I had 7 billion, man, I would go to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, ask him for guidance on how to properly influence the people and what moves I should make, and just listen to him. Because he's been prepared by the Christ to handle this enemy, that type of power. So I wouldn't try to do this on my own. I'd be leaning all the way on him on what to do. Yeah. That's what I would do different. I'll be on live television saying, hey, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. Then another interview, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan advised me. I mean, because, you know, with that type of power, and then you got that type, I mean, you done already had conversations with him. You know what I mean? He done sent you a message. I mean, shoot, I that's what I would be doing. I wouldn't even, every word of the Honorable, and I know what people go, oh, well, don't you have your own mind? Yeah. And my own mind is to strive the best I can. Even though I fall short, I do wrong, I mess up, it would be to try to line this mind up with his the best I can. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing. Definitely true. He's been prepared by one who has studied and know them in and out. So yeah, I'll be trying to get as close as I can with that type of money and power, and make sure every step, as many steps as as much guidance as I could get on that. That'll be kind of what I'll be doing. People in prison know who you is. That's true. People in prison do hit me up. That's true. Watch Your Mouth podcast last night. I was on it talking trap. Oh, watch Yuck Mouth podcast last night. I was on it talking trap. Yeah, I heard of him. He came up on my timeline. Man, I appreciate that, Trap Bags and Gucci Girls. I appreciate that support. Are you able to speak on the Brother Reza situation? It was a private situation, so I ain't speaking on it. Yeah, that's private business right there. I will say this. I think I can say this. What y'all saying, what these narratives is completely wrong. Yeah, a lot of, yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that. A lot of people are actually wrong or what they think happened. It's not what they think happened. I'll just leave it at that. Which is why people should really stop trying to be so quick with putting out information, because they really loud and wrong. That's all I'm going to say. Do you think Kanye is doing that? I don't know. I can't say he's not. I'm not going to say he's not. Well, he's not doing like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, like advising. Now he is, he mentioned him twice in the interview, I think, but I would be leading with that. I'll be leading with his mind, not mine. But I can't say he's not, getting advice, or I can't say that he's not reaching out. You know what I mean? I can't say that. What would you say to Kanye? Man, what I would say to Kanye, I would say, man, if I could speak to Kanye, what would I say? If I could speak to Kanye, I would say, first, that, man, you a strong brother. And it takes nuts to be in the position that you in as a billionaire. They say the richest black man in America, they say, or in history, whatever, which one it is, to be able to speak about the Jewish community, knowing the consequences, to be able to still mention to this very day the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when people with less money, less status, it's people that's poor that's scared to speak about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan because of what they think would happen. He got way more to lose than some of the people that be scared. It's people that will call in and say, now listen, I ain't with the nation. I ain't with the minister. I am not a Muslim, but the minister did. They always got to give a disclaimer. I never heard Kanye give a disclaimer. I never heard him say, well, no, I ain't in the nation. I ain't Muslim or nothing. But the minister, he always just stated what the minister said. He always just mentioned and gave props to that. He never gave no disclaimer, tried to make sure that people knew he wasn't in. No, he didn't. So for him to be at that level and stand like that, man, you're strong. And for that, I know deep down in your heart that I believe, it's just me, that you do really care about black people, and you do want us to have the truth. But I would say, before you do big major things, consult with the Messiah. If you got that access, just consult with the Messiah before you make certain moves. And if you have, and the minister put stamp on it and we just don't know, then keep doing what you're doing. That's what I would say. And I would say, man, just remember who you are as Kanye, as Ye. You know, I know you stated what you heard or saw in the documentary. Just think about the effects of what it could do, and remember that somebody's always looking for you to make a mistake. Somebody gonna always, he said this wrong. So you may have the right intentions. You may not even mean it the way they interpret it. So remember that, and maybe try to explain and make sure that you give an explanation so that people can understand you, because of your power and your influence, it can affect them. But keep striving to do for self. Keep striving for equality for our community, the same that you see others have in other communities. Keep exposing the truth. Keep striving to shed light on how other communities are having ownership and how we should start to think about ownership. And keep going, because we all make mistakes. Your mistakes is just seen in the public, but every one of us who has something negative to say got something wrong we done did. Got something wrong we done said. Got something wrong that we regret. Got something wrong that, you see what I'm saying? So seek guidance and seek refuge in Allah. That's it. That's what I would say. Seek refuge in Allah, the source of strength. And as long as we got the God backing us, I think we'll be good in the end. In the end, living or dead, we'll be the winner. That's why he needs a solid foundation. Somebody say Charleston White with question marks behind it. What about him? Come back to it. That's a good question. What will you say to Kanye? Oh, I just answered that. I'm way behind. Do you know if he's ever made a financial contribution to the nation, and do you think they should allow Ye to be a guest speaker at the nation's masjid one day? He's already spoke at the mosque before. Not like a lecturer, but he's been there, present. He supported the Millions More movement. I think it's back in 2010. I may have the year wrong, but yeah, he's been there before. How can I meet with you and the minister at y'all next event? I don't know how you can meet the minister. You can meet me maybe if you just see me at an event. I don't be getting booked for events and stuff like that though, man. They don't be inviting me, you know. So I don't know what that is. They don't be inviting your brother, man. So I just whenever I'm invited, I go, you know. But I don't be at all the big black events and all that type of stuff. You know, I guess I ain't there yet, and I'm just gonna keep on working, and we gonna keep on pushing. But yeah, if you see me at an event, man, just we can talk then. But I don't got no, oh man, meet me in April. You know, I'm not booked like that until I'm booked like that. Some people might be waiting for you to make a mistake. These questions messy. But yeah, man, those thank y'all for y'all questions. If y'all don't have any more questions, man, I'm about to go ahead and check out. But that's my thought process, and those are questions. TTG, train to go. You there are just too much going on the physical bookings. It's crazy. Yeah, I need a PR person, somebody that can reach out to people and get me booked. Yeah, who gonna be my PR person? Man, I need a good PR person. But let me go ahead and get up out of here. Let me see if I got this other. That's not it. Go to the college. Man, I've been striving to get into some colleges, man. You know what? I'm supposed to be speaking at a middle school this week. Matter of fact, I need to make that happen ASAP. You know what? I got to get my haircut. I'm going to speak at a school I'm going to speak at a school Thursday. Brother told me to just let him know. So I got to get a haircut so I can speak at this school Thursday. How you feel about whack? I don't feel anything. Yeah, I don't feel anything. I don't really feel stuff about people, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't be thinking about it. I be so busy, man. I be having so much other stuff to feel and think about. I don't be feeling nothing. Somebody, Charleston White says, snitching is cool. Do you agree? No. Depending on, I mean, based on what I believe snitching is you commit a crime. And when you doing wrong, you wait only until you get caught. Now you want to bring more people in because you was doing something wrong. Now you want to get them caught as well because you got caught. That's what I believe snitching is. So I don't agree with that. Okay. But all right, y'all. I'm out. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all want to donate via Cash App, $ Brother Ben X. I also got a game coming out. Okay. I got a game coming out. And it's going to be cool. You got to have PC. You're going to be able to, chat with each other, grow, buy real estate, do a bunch of stuff. It's going to be pretty cool. Hit me on Instagram, Meta Ben X on Instagram, Meta Ben X on Instagram. Just shoot me a DM and say, hey, man, I want to be a part of the game or I want to be a part of the server. All right. I think not snitching is what's hurting our communities. No, I think you're talking about something else. I don't think not snitching. I think what you're talking about is not maybe saying when somebody do wrong or not speaking up when somebody do wrong. But I don't think it's not snitching. I think snitching and telling or exposing are two different things. Because if it was, yeah. So we'll get into that maybe another time. But all right, y'all.